السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Amani ya Mwenyezi Mungu imfikie Hussein na Ali mwana wa Hussein na wana wa Hussein na masahaba wa Hussein.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من شر الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. والصلاة والسلام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الميامين المنتجبين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد ورد في دعاء المعرفة: اللهم عرفني نفسك فإنك إن لم تعرفني نفسك لم أعرف نبيك. اللهم عرفني رسولك فإنك إن لم تعرفني رسولك لم أعرف حجتك. اللهم عرفني حجتك فإنك إن لم تعرفني حجتك ضللت عن ديني. اللهم لا تمتني ميتة جاهلية ولا تزغ قلبي بعد إذ هديتني برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved mu'mineen, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, yesterday we were talking about Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. How was he convinced to eat from that tree? But we have unfinished business left. So we need to do more clarification about how could Prophet Adam even do like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not come close to the tree. Allah says, if you will eat from the tree, you are going to be unjust to yourself. Takuna min al-zalimin. So how can Prophet Adam alayhi salam do like that? He has these two strong statements. And then Allah said, if you listen to the shaitan, takuna min al-khasirin, you will lose. So we have being unjust to yourself, being a loser, not loser, being losing something, or you will go against what I have said. So these three problems, they pop up in our face in the concept of infallibility of Adam alayhi salam. If Adam is infallible alayhi salam, how can he go against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That is a concept which pops up every time. So, number one, different mufassirin from the school of companion, they said Adam was not Nabi at that time. Adam was not Nabi at that time, so it was okay. Number two, Adam was not in a legislative system. So there was no legislation, so he could do whatever he wants and go against. These are some weak concepts, but let's see our fuqaha, how they analyze it. And not everybody analyze it properly, even from our mufassirin. Like I'm going to present the concept of Allama Tabatabai and some other scholars and see how it fits with our aqidah. When we say Anbiya, Shia, Ithna Ashari, they say that the prophets do not commit sins, then they do not commit sins. That is proven by logical argument. So there is a base, that is aqidah. So whatever tafsir comes, it has to go in line with this concept of aqidah. We can't have tafsir of Quran conflicting, contradicting our ideology, our aqidah, which is proven by intellectual concepts, logical arguments. They're very strong. Because just a note observation, like in parenthesis or in bracket, Quranic ayats have layers. So if Ayatollah al-Uzma Sayyid Abul Qasim al-Khuy says, we have to take the apparent meaning, the zahir meaning, the meaning which is on the first level. We can't take meanings of second level and third level without any evidence, without any clue, without any qarina. Again, like if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مَرَجَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ يَلْتَقِيَانِ, two oceans, they meet with each other. Okay? بَيْنَهُمَا بَرْزَخٌ لَا يَبْغِيَانِ, there's a barrier, big barrier in between them. يَخْرُجُ مِنْهُمَا اللُّؤْلُؤُ وَالْمَرْجَانِ. So this ayat apparently, ظاهرا, there are two oceans, they are meeting each other, they have some differences, and there is a kind of barrier. So they looked into the science, they said, okay, there's a sweet water, an ocean with sweet water and salted water, and there's a kind of barrier of salinity. Somehow this does not come this side and this does not come on that side. And there are pearls and corals inside this ocean. Marjan, lu'lu'. Lu'lu' is pearl, marjan is coral, those red corals. So these are some, the Zahiri tafsir. So tafsir al-Zahiri is, there is ocean. Ocean means real ocean, literal ocean. And then there are some things which are underneath the ocean. The tafsir al-Batini, next level of meaning. So, Maraj al-Bahrain, there are two oceans. According to hadith, see hadith, that means we have evidence. We have qarina. So now we can go to the next level of the meaning. This is art of interpretation of Quran as presented by Sayyid Abul Qasim al-Khuy, Quddasa Sirru, in his Al-Bayan. So we have to take the literal meaning unless we have evidence to jump to the next level of meaning. So what's the next level of meaning? According to a narration, these two oceans are oceans of knowledge. They're so high, and these are Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam and Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And there's this barrier, big barzakh, and that's Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And this pearl and red coral is Imam Hassan and Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, the gems of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So if this small introduction is understood, we come to the next, apply it on our theme and our topic which we are discussing about obstacles of ma'rifah, shaitan being the biggest obstacle, and how he comes to tempt people to go away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or away from the pleasure of Allah. So whatever ayat in the Quran, whatever, if the zahir of the ayat, apparent meaning, first layer of meaning, indicates that a Nabi has committed a sin, we say never. Logical argument denies that. So we have to go to the next level of meaning to try to see how we can fit the Quran with our aqidah. It has to go together. We cannot have Quran conflicting the aqidah, or aqidah which is logical aqidah, not just I think and my personal, no. Logical arguments prove aqidah. Like another example I'll give you, just to clear the idea. There are ayat, they said, وُجُوهٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاظِرَةٌ. There will be faces on the day of judgment, they will be happy, they'll be delighted. إِلَىٰ رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Nazar, eye, they'll be looking at their Lord. Looking at their Lord. Our aqidah, logic, proves that God can never ever be seen by eyes. Never ever. If we see with our eyes God, even on the day of judgment, that is aqidah of some of our Ahl Sunnah brothers. But in Shia Ithna Ashariya, God can never ever be seen with eyes. Not in this world, not in the hereafter. Okay? So that is our solid aqidah. So now how can we, it's zahir ayat says, nazar means he sees, he looks. So now we come to the next level of meaning, the qarina, the clues. How can we go to the next level of meaning? So there will be nadhira. Nadhira is from intidhar aydan, from waiting. So on the day, these faces will be delighted. They will be waiting for the bounties of their Lord. So that means ila rabbiha nadhira. Focus carefully. Ila rabbiha nadhira. So there's a blank. We need to fill in a blank. You know, fill in the blank in your exams. You get fill in the blank. Okay. Ila rabbiha nadhira. There's a blank here. Looking at their ... Lord. Okay, looking at their ... Lord. Not looking at their Lord. Looking at their Lord conflicts the logic. Looking at their Lord, looking at their ... Lord. So what will we put in this ... Ila na'imi rabbiha. They will be looking at the bounties of their Lord. Not at their Lord, at the bounties of their Lord. So they'll be looking at the Jannah, they'll be looking at the Hur, they'll be looking at the things which Allah has prepared for the mu'mineen. So this is another interpretation. First was intidhar, second is no. And this is more stronger. And there's a third interpretation, which is an irfani interpretation. So let's first analyze this second interpretation. Ila what? What? Bounties of their Lord. Ila na'imi rabbiha. So they say, how can you add a word like in tafsir? Well, let's come back to the Quran. In Surah Yusuf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاسْأَلِ الْقَرْيَةِ. Ask the city. Will you ask the city or you will ask ... the city? If you ask the city, that means you are crazy. And an intellectual person cannot ask you to ask the walls and the houses and of the city. So ask, logic says, the people of the city. So there's this ... We have to put the people. This is balagha of the Quran. It is understood that you cannot ask the walls, the buildings. So there has to be a ... What is this? Fas'al ahlul qaryah. Ask the people of the city. So this is art of interpretation of the Quran. So this is the second interpretation. Third interpretation, which is Arfani interpretation, that no, they will be looking at their Lord. How's that? How's that? Yes, they will be literally looking at their Lord. Literally. You don't need to go to the next level of the meaning, the second or the third, or to put this thing. They will be looking literally at their Lord. How is that? Our Aimma alayhimu salatu wasalam, they look at their Lord. They look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One guy comes and asks Imam Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam. Similar hadith is narrated by other Imams. Say, Yabna Rasulillah, O son of Allah's messenger, Hal ra'ayt Allah? Have you seen Allah? He says, وَكَيْفَ أَعْبُدُ رَبًّا لَمْ أَرَى. How can I worship a Lord which I have not seen? Master, you guys tell us God cannot be seen. And you are saying that how can I worship a God I have not seen and I have seen God? He says, I have seen God with my heart. Seeing God with your heart, that's the ma'rifat. That is the highest level of ma'rifat. How is that? That means you feel the existence of God. The moment you feel that God is with you every 24/7, every second, every minute, God is with you, around you, surrounding you, in you, out of you, everywhere, He's there, that you are seeing God. Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam says, when Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Whenever I see something in front of me, I see God. Up God, here God, there God, behind God, everywhere God is there. So he's seeing God. That means he's feeling the existence of God. Inshallah, we are going to give some sessions on how to reach that level where we can feel God is everywhere around me every second of my life. Inshallah, there will be 1 or 2 sessions on that. So this is what our task is in this world, because we are surrounded by this nafs and we have to breach this nafs. Once we keep our nafs clean, we will be able to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means feel His existence around us. Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasallam says, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. How can a prophet who teaches the people God cannot be seen and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, allow me to look at you? A prophet, one of the 5 greatest prophets, is asking Allah, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. Allow me to look at you. So what Prophet Musa is trying to say is, Ya Allah, keep my heart totally, like completely clean, transparent, so that I can feel you 100%. Usually this happens when people die. They see Allah. That means they feel now God is there. Existence of God is felt 100% when we're out of this nafs, out of this cage, out of this body, out of this system. We feel, oh my goodness, what have I done? Ya Allah, maafi, I've messed up with my life. That's also indicated in the Quran. When the time of death comes, He says, no, let me go back, let me go back. No, you are not going to go back. There's a barrier behind you. وَمِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ بَرْزَخٌ. Barrier. They cannot go back. They're out now. So coming back, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can be seen, but not with eyes, with heart, with soul, with feelings, 100% feelings. Now we can say, okay, how can you say Prophet Musa? Well, the prophets have darajat, levels. So the clarity Prophet Musa had, he wanted the clarity like others. More clarity of feeling the existence of Allah, which comes after death, I said. Let's see some other personality. Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wassalam says, لو كشف لي الغطاء. If the curtains are away and if I'm taken out of this nafs, مزددت يقينا. My yaqeen is not going to go higher. I have reached the top level of yaqeen, certainty that God is there in every second, around me, surrounding me, everywhere with me. That kind of yaqeen, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, they had it. Anbiya, they were longing for this kind of yaqeen, this kind of ma'rifah, this kind of level. That's why Adam alayhi salatu wasalam was tempted. That okay, you will reach that level. You can eat from this tree. You see? So the temptation of Adam was not dunyawi. Adam is from Arafah. His temptation was from the channel of ma'rifat. I'll give you 2 examples from that. Now let me come back to the infallibility. So if you have this feeling, you become ma'soom. You all can become ma'soom. How? If you feel that God is around you, surrounding you, that concept of la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. What does that mean? La hawl means surrounding. I don't have any surrounding, any power, wa la quwwata illa billah, other than Allah. So if you guys are going to mess up with me, you guys are going to harm me, I am surrounded by the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am surrounded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is surrounding me. So we utter this la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, especially when we eat pan, la hawla wa la quwwata, la hawla wa la quwwata. So this kind of, many times you see the pan eating people, there's la hawla wa la quwwata. So we do like that sometimes, utter, but do we know the meaning of, what is the meaning of la hawla wa la quwwata? Bihawlillahi wa quwwatihi. With Allah surrounding me. It is Allah who's lifting me. And it is Allah who's allowing me to sit. It is Allah's power given to me, around me, in me, with me. So Salat is teaching us that lesson also. So therefore, if we have this level of ma'rifah, we become infallible. What are you talking about? Yesterday we said like 124,000. So we teach our children chaud masumin che masum chauda pegambar 1,24,000. So now you have increased the masumin. You have made 1,24,000 Masoom, Anbiya, and then 14. So now you have made like, obviously 124,000. That means the Prophet is among them, plus 13. Anyhow, do your math. All this. Now today, you're doing a new bid'ah. You're doing the Khoja Jamaat of Kenya, Nairobi can all become Masooms. Papa to bahut hai gyo. Bas kar. Sun to kai che. So anyhow, we all can become Masooms. We all can become infallibles. Why? How? First of all, infallibility is of two types. Again, I'll come back to alphabets. Focus with me. Infallible with capital I, infallible with lowercase I. What I'm saying that you all can become infallible is with the lowercase I. The more you purify your nafs, the more you do things which makes you close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fascinating speech given by this young boy. That's summary of my 2-3 lectures. MashaAllah. May Allah bless him and may Allah bless the Jamaat that they are giving the opportunities to our youngsters. Not just preaching and teaching, even I was happy to see the elders, they are supporting our youth committee. And it's very unique to find a big Jamaat where youth are leading the leadership. And that's a great honor. So, alhamdulillah, I saw the elders, they are very supportive. Very rarely, if you find in Jamaat that elders, they support the youth. But here, we are blessed, alhamdulillah, that everybody is working together and cooperating with each other. That's a very uniqueness in a big community. But, they say, if you want to criticize, you see, the maska palis lagaro, jam and jelly, and then criticize. So I have given you some jam. Amazing community, fantastic. May Allah bless you all, love you all. Now, bear with me, little small critic. We're talking about ma'rifat. We're talking about love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This masjid is going to complain on the day of judgment for majority of you. This masjid is house of Allah. How can we have ma'rifat where I daily see 10 people, 15 people coming to the masjid? Trust me, come to Europe, other places. People are hungry to build masjid. I tell them, no, bana. Masjid nahi banao tame. Aa galti kyare nahi karjo. Etla bada paisa nakso, masjid, to have just an emblem. Ya Allah, ame masjid banai wa Nairobi ma, ya tya bya. What is masjid is empty. This masjid is going to complain. It's not a ni'mah. It's going to be cursed upon the community. Try to fill this masjid. अपना पास काम छे आज हम तो busy है भाई job में जाते हैं. My beloved ones, try to take out time. There is one person on the day of judgment. If the punishment is going to befall on that person, Allah will say no, exempt him. رجل تعلق قلبه بباب المسجد. A man whose heart is attached with the door of the masjid. Heart attached. Please, my beloved youngsters, elders, they have done their, and still now I saw today 1 or 2 youth, so I told them, thank you so much for coming to the masjid. I don't expect all of you to come, but this amount, the masjid, if 1/3 at least tries to come regularly, please try to come. Otherwise, this masjid is going to really complain on the day of judgment with guaranteed riwayat of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. This masjid is empty. Those 10, 15 people coming, they are helping you out. Most of them are seniors. May Allah lengthen their lives, you see. But if the masjid becomes empty, this masjid is not a blessing. This masjid is going to become opposite of blessing. So please try to come to the masjid. Try to find time. Don't say time nathi. Try to find. If you can't come daily, come at least one day, yes, one day. Make a timetable. No, this is a house of Allah. I have to go there. I have to be there. Put this house of Allah. Forget the word masjid. Masjid has become a classical word. House of my God. Masjid is Baytullah. It's a satellite Baytullah from Makkah. Makkah is the big Baytullah. This is Allah's house. You love Allah, you want to gain ma'rifat, come knock the door. Ya Allah, I am here. I love you, Allah. I am at your house. I'm getting off topic, but as I said, I gave you jam. Now I have to give you some spices also. So Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salatu wassalam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. He says, and I hope that this can be hanged on the door of the masjid. He comes to the door of the masjid. Okay? Look at this momentum. Look at this feeling. Try to put this feeling in your heart, and you will feel the taste of entering the masjid. He says, Ilahi, oh my Lord, oh my God, Dayfuka bi babik, your guest is on your door. Who is your host? Muhammad Bhai, Ali Bhai, Kasam Bhai, nathi. Your host is Allah, the creator of everything, who has everything, the generous of all the generous. If we go to Kanjus, Mu'mineen, they will at least give you tea and biscuits. They will give you something, samosa, biscuit, whatsoever. You see, Allah is generous than the generous Mu'min Bhai which you are visiting. Okay? There's no one you can compare to the generosity of Allah. Ilahi. Try to memorize this word. Try to Google the words of Imam Hassan when entering the masjid. Ilahi, Dayfuka bi babik. Oh my Lord, your guest is at your door. Ya Muhsin. Oh, the one who bestows favor. Qad ataka al-musi. The one who has done wrongdoing has come to your door. Qad ataka. Anta al-muhsin. You are the muhsin. You are the bestowers of favor. Wa ana al-musi. And I am the wrongdoer here at your door. فَتَجَاوَزْ عَنْ قَبِيحِ مَا تَعْلَمُهُ مِنِّي. Whatever ugly, whatever unpleasant I have done, surpass it. By what? بِجَمِيلِ مَا عِنْدَكَ. With the beautiful thing which you have. What is the most beautiful thing Allah has? His mercy. There's nothing greater than the mercy of Allah. Those who recite Dua Kumail, I hope this tradition is continuing, because slowly in the part of Europe, this is disappearing from the wujud of our jamaats. Dua Kumail, apne pachi avchu jare niyaz out no same avse avi jasu pakoda sa bhajia khava. Okay, but Dua Kumail is the best of the bhajiyas of Allah. Na apne nathi khapto ilo bhajio. Samjhe gya na? So the thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's generosity we are seeking. The Dua Kumail says, Allahumma inni as'aluka bi rahmatika allati wasi'at kulla shay. I am asking you by the sake of your mercy which has expanded everything. If my sins are great, your mercy is greater. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hospitality. And then we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala apne dua kabul nathi thati aa nathi apne to Allah ni mohabbat karo so kyarak Allah na ghare jaine em ehsas kariya che ki apne Allah na ghare aiwa che. Have we felt that? आपने मस्जिद जा से मारा बापा कैसे मस्जिद जाओ पड़ से मारी मम्मी कैसे मस्जिद जाओ पड़ से जाना पड़ेगा बेटा, you have to go to the masjid beta. You see, but no, forget papa mama, go to the masjid because it's the house of Allah. Let this masjid flourish. Qurbatan ilallah, please, this masjid is a gift of Allah. In Sweden, many communities, we want to build masjid, we don't have funds, we want to build. I say, don't build masajid. 10 people will come, 5 people will come, you'll be wasting money. If you want to show people, apne masjid che hamara shehar ma gaon ma, that's something else, that's not for akhirat. But if you want to do akhirat, give to orphans, open a masjid for orphans, at least they will appreciate, they will do namaz. You see, building masjid and masjid remains empty, that does not help. So please, my beloved ones, youngsters, please try to take out time and feel the taste of entering the masjid, the house of Allah, the house of you love, the house of your beloved Allah, the house where you say, I love Allah, come on to the house of Allah. If you love a friend, you will go to his house. So now you love Allah more than anybody else. Come to the house of Allah. And that is one of the things which will gain you ma'rifat. The more we are away from the house of Allah, the more these are distractions of ma'rifat. We are not going to gain the ma'rifat. So now we come back to the infallibility. I have less time. Focus with me. In these 5 minutes, I'm going to mention the concept because tomorrow I don't want to continue the concept of infallibility. So infallibility comes with what? Comes with what? We all can become infallible. Number one, the surveillance. We know that somebody is watching. There's a camera watching. If we feel inside ourselves that Allah is watching us every moment, we will never ever commit sins. Okay, we will never ever. This whole topic takes longer time, but I'm just going to give you concepts, inshallah. So number one, what is the factor of being infallible? Awareness that Allah is watching me in every moment of my life. The moment you are heedless, the moment this goes away from your mind, then you are going to fall into wrong things. Another thing, fear of punishment. For example, in United States, let's say the speed is 100 kilometers per hour and you're driving 150, 140. So once you see police holding radar gun, speed gun, okay, speed detector, you will become masoom in that moment. You will become, if you don't become masoom, go to the mental institute, check your brain. Unless you have, you're a Trumpish boy, you have a lot of money to waste to give to the police here and there. So you will automatically become masoom. Fear of the punishment. So if we have this fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would punish me inside our mind, and I believe in the day of judgment, I will never ever commit sins. So this is this kind of two things, awareness that Allah is watching me and Allah will punish me like that. So this thing creates this sense of staying away from trouble, staying away from Allah's tickets, staying away from embarrassing yourself in front of the one you love, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Though there are people, they say, even if Allah will not punish us, we will not commit sins because it's embarrassing that Allah is watching me and I am going against Allah. Look at the concept of our masooms alayhi salam. They ask Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, how do you don't commit sins? This is the highest level of ma'rifat. Our task is to reach that level. When we start seeing sins, filthy things. So he says, let's say you were thirsty and you had this water of gutter, urine and bias, and sorry for that, all this filth inside that. And you were thirsty. Will you drink that water? No, hell no. I'm not going to touch that water. I'm not going to even bring it close. The moment I bring that water close and I smell that and I puke. Of course, this is addition from me. So the hadith, the guy said, no, Ibn Rasulullah. They said, we look at the sins in their true forms, in their true reality. The sins are filthy things coated with beautiful coating, beautiful dress, beautiful attire, beautiful cover. But inside it's filth. We look, we have X-ray eyes, we look inside because their nafs are clean. We don't see that our nafs are filthy. Our nafs are blocked. So we need to clean our nafs more and more. So we see the zina, a filthy thing. Even if I have lust, I will never commit that filthy sin. Stealing, filthy. Killing, filthy. Backbiting, ghibat, all these kind of things becomes filthy in front of a person who starts cleaning his nafs. Now, we come back to, so this makes you lowercase infallible. So what is the uppercase infallible? I will have to leave it for tomorrow. I will have to leave. So what is the difference in me if I become masoom, lowercase infallible, and between the masoom, then what is the difference between me and them? This tomorrow, inshallah, I'm going to make clarification of it. So, Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, coming back to Adam, I said I'll give you two examples. Why did Adam eat that fruit? Number one, Adam wanted the akhirat. The purpose was to become close to Allah, to have that ma'rifah, to look at Allah as He is without nafs. That kind of like, law kushifa liya al-qita. So, what did Adam had a choice? Either Jannah, lavish life, or leave these things. So Adam knows there is a khasara. Adam knows that he will be deprived. He will be unjust to himself by depriving himself from lavish life. Adam knows that. Adam was, alayhi salatu wasalam, was told by Allah. So now, and why did he listen to shaitan? I said yesterday, because shaitan made a qasam. وَقَاسَمَهُمَا. So now, Adam has two options. This lavish life, or no, to leave this and just become close to Allah more and more as promised by shaitan. So Adam made a choice to become close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to become like Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, to become like Aleen, to become like Khalideen, to become like those who have the kingdom which never ends. That was the aim of Adam. He wants to develop himself to that level. So now, the thing is, how can Adam live like lavish life just for that? Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wassalam, again back to the masjid. Look at Amir al-Mu'minin and his concept of masjid. And we are followers of Imam Ali. Can we have this little bit of this concept in our heart? Don't forget this, please. Forget all the majlis, but don't forget what I'm saying now. Amir al-Mu'minin says, Julusi fil masjid. My sitting in the masjid. My sitting in where? In the masjid. Ahabbu ilayya min julusi fil jannah. Is more beloved to me than sitting in the paradise. Paradise. Asuke che Amir al-Mu'minin. Jannat. Jannat. And a masjid jannat ti sari lage che. Sitting in the masjid is more beloved to me than sitting in the paradise. Where are those who will, I'll see them inshallah in masjid tomorrow. Inshallah, I pray. Amir al-Mu'minin loves masjid more than the jannat. Can't we love masjid more than our houses, more than our party places, gathering places? Can't we try to love masjid more and more? Not forget masjid. House of Allah, the house of my beloved one. Amir al-Mu'minin, how's that? He said, Julusi fil jannah, fihi rida nafsi. If I'm going to sit in the paradise, I'm going to enjoy. It's my pleasure. Whose pleasure is in Jannat? Amir al-Mu'minin's pleasure. وَجُلُوسِي فِي الْمَسْجِدِ فِيهِ رِضَى رَبِّي. In the masjid, I'm pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at this beautiful irfan. This beautiful Sayyid al-Arifin. He loves sitting in the masjid, mosquitoes, I don't know whatsoever. But for Amir al-Mu'minin, this is his Jannat. This is more pleased because it has pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's sitting in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, Adam can choose because Adam is Arif. Adam can leave this Jannat, leave this all this lavish life and choose how to become close to Allah. Try to understand the mentality of Adam alayhi salam. He's not a regular person. He's a chosen of God. He's the Khalifa of God. He's the Ma'soom. His mentality is to how to reach to those level of lofty people like Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Again, you need one more example. How people can leave this, everything, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Should I say it? Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Isn't that an amazing example? He's leaving everything. His dunya, his beloved ones. He's sacrificing everything for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, Ya Allah, take more and more until you are pleased. You want more? I will give more. As long as you are pleased, the pleasure of Allah. The pleasure of Allah is the aim of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Aba Abdullah salamullahi alayhi. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, leaves his Hajj. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, leaves everything. Leaves the beloved city of his beloved grandfather, his birthplace. Who can picture someone leaving his beloved birthplace where his beloved ones are around there, and now he becomes fugitive from Medina to Makkah and from Makkah towards Kufa, as Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam was going towards Kufa. Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, in the way, a messenger comes from Kufa and he gives the news that Muslim ibn Aqil has been martyred. Muslim ibn Aqil, he was the beloved cousin of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. The first stab on the heart of Imam Hussein, the stab of pain, the stab of grief. Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And then Imam Hussein alayhi salam comes to his family members, the family members of Muslim ibn Aqil, and invites all his family members, his wife, his children, and all the children of Imam Hussein and children of Muslim ibn Aqil sit together. And now Imam Hussein is calling, where is Hamida? Hamida was a very young daughter of Muslim ibn Aqil, same like Sakina and Ruqayya, a very small daughter of Imam Muslim ibn Aqil. She comes, Hamida. Imam Hussein alayhi salam makes her sit on his lap and tries to smear her head with his hand. The girl says, Uncle Hussein, why are you sad? Why are you sad? And why are you putting your hand on my head the way people they put on the heads of orphan? Is my father alive? Imam Hussein alayhi salam could not tolerate. His tears started to flow. He said, my daughter, don't worry about anything. My daughters are your sisters. You are my daughter. Auntie Zainab is there. We are all your family. You are not alone. But this little girl, cheek chilla ke rone lagi. Eh mere baba jaan. Eh mere baba jaan. Hua muslima. Wa abata. And Imam Hussein alayhi salam is calming her down and continues to put his hand on her head. اور امام حسین علیہ السلام اپنا ہاتھ پھرا کے حمیدہ کو تسلی دلاتے ہیں, دلاسا دلاتے ہیں. اسی طرح امام حسین علیہ السلام کا قافلہ آگے بڑھا اور یہاں تک حر نے امام کے لشکر کو گھیر دیا. امام کے اصحاب نے کہا, یا ابن رسول اللہ, یہ تو 1000 لوگ ہیں, ہم کیوں ابھی ختم نہیں کر ڈالے؟ یہ بہت بڑی بات نہیں ہے ہمارے لیے. امام نے کہا, میں جنگ شروع نہیں کرنا چاہتا. امام کے ہاتھ میں تھا حر کا لشکر ختم ہو جاتا, لیکن امام ہرگز اپنے پرنسپل کو کبھی نہیں چھوڑیں گے. اور یہاں تک حر کے ساتھ ساتھ حر کے پہرے میں امام حسین چل رہے ہیں, اور یہاں تک ایک زمین پر پہنچے, اور وہاں پر امام حسین علیہ السلام نے کہا, یہ کون سی زمین ہے؟ امام کا گھوڑا رک گیا. لوگ نے کہا یہ زمین کو نینوا کہا جاتا ہے. امام نے کہا کوئی اور بھی نام ہے اس کا. لوگ نے کہا اس کو شاطئ الطف کہا جاتا ہے, نہر کا کنارے کی جگہ. امام نے کہا اور کوئی نام بتاؤ. لوگ نے کہا اسے غادریہ کہا جاتا ہے, اور اسی طرح نام کے نام بتا دے گئے. امام نے کہا نہیں, ایک اور نام ہے, مجھے بتاؤ. لوگوں نے بتایا اس زمین کو کرب اور بلا بھی بلایا جاتا ہے. یہاں پر امام کی آنکھوں میں سے آنسو آئے اور کہا, آہن آہ کربن و بلا, بلائے اور مصیبتیں کی زمین, آخری میں ہم پہنچ گئے. امام نے کہا یہی وہی زمین ہے جس کے بارے میں میرے نانا نے مجھے بتایا تھا. بس ہماری زمین آ گئی, ہماری منزل آ پہنچی. ہمارے خیمے یہاں نصب کرو, یہاں پر ہمارے اصحاب مارے جائیں گے.
یہاں پر ہمارے بچے ذبح کیے جائیں گے، یہاں پر ہماری عورتیں اسیری میں لی جائے گی، یہاں پر ہمارے کو شدید سے شدید ظلم ہوگا۔ آہن آہ یا ابن رسول اللہ، ہم امام حسین سے کہتے ہیں یا ابا عبداللہ، رستے میں جب تم نے حمیدہ کے سر پر ہاتھ پھرایا تھا، دلاسا دلایا تھا، سکون دلایا تھا، آپ کی بیٹی جب سکینہ ایک خیمے سے دوسرے خیمے بھاگتی ہوگی، اس کے دامن میں آگ جلی ہوگی، اس کو تماچے مارے جائیں گے، اس کی بالیاں چھینی جائے گی، جب کون دلاسا دے گا؟ یا ابا عبداللہ، دلاسا تو چھوڑو، ہاتھ میں رسن باندھے جائیں گے اور رستے میں تازیانے اور تماچے مارے جائیں گے۔ واہ حسینہ، واہ مصیبتہ، واہ مظلومہ، وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون، ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين والعاقبة للمتقين، إنا لله وإنا إليه.
السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Amani ya Mwenyezi Mungu imfikie Hussein na Ali mwana wa Hussein na wana wa Hussein na masahaba wa Hussein